So we've dropped by the Eizo stand to see what's new, and Vic, the colour monitor guy, he's here to actually kind of say there's quite a lot going on here, isn't there?
There is.
5 monitors?
5 new monitors we're launching, be available early next year.
Okay, do you want to walk us through a few of them?
Well, let's start with the 2 we got here. So this is the CG246, which is going to be the replacement for the 245. It's a self-calibrating monitor, which means that, as you'll see in a moment, you'll have a calibrator pop up and actually calibrate the screen as well. And this one here is the CX240, which is a very similar technology, exactly the same panel, but it has a little device that drops down and just checks the calibration and adjusts it if it's necessary, but it doesn't
This
actually
is the
calibrate.
device run about here, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, this is a CX242. That's right. They've moved them around.
Yeah, what's new there, eh?
And let me cancel that because you can see that device running up there. So we've got the CG276, which is a 27-inch IPS panel, full Adobe RGB. We then got the CG246, which is an LED backlit panel, which is new for us, which is also full Adobe color space. Then we've got these.
Just touch on that for a minute. LED and things. How is that going to change the user experience? Because LED predominantly was sharper monitor. No.
No, it depends on the type of LEDs. Because it's a color managed monitor, because the color management happens in the monitor.
Yeah.
It makes no difference to the user.
Okay.
So the quality of the picture, the quality of the white light coming through it, the spectrum of that is the same.
Okay.
We're really fussy about that. That's
what you do, though, isn't it? Yeah.
The warranty is the same, the power consumption is the same, so the only difference is it's LED technology. Why are we doing it? Because we need to move on with the technologies, and we need to move towards mercury free. So you'll see over years that LED will start to appear on more screens, but right now it's just on the new 24s. So then we've got those color edges. They're designed for a color managed workflow, inbuilt calibration. Then we've got the CX range, and there's going to be a CX 24-inch and a CX 27-inch, and those are designed for professional and advanced amateurs who perhaps have a calibration device and don't need to have the
built-in one,
fine quality, or just their budget is not going to allow them to go to that level. The quality of the image on the screen exactly the same.
Okay. Yeah. What's this year? You sponsor the Wildlife Photography of the Year now?
We are sponsoring the Wildlife Photography of the Year competition.
Has that just been announced?
It was announced earlier this year, very early this year, and there are going to be some Eizo monitors as prizes. You can't enter right now because that competition's already been judged, but we will be involved in next year's one, and there will be monitors on offer to those people who win prizes, and we are very proud to be the technical sponsor of that competition. The work is beautiful. And it was all judged on Eizo monitors as well, so it's absolutely
to see the
fabulous.
images so clear and vibrant, isn't it? It's just amazing. Is print dead when you go to exhibitions nowadays, isn't it? Because monitors just make it look so much more alive as well.
They come alive, and some of these pictures are absolutely fabulous. So, and in addition to the CX, we have one additional monitor, which is a CS. Now this is an interesting monitor because it doesn't have the Adobe color space, it has the sRGB color space.
So walk around to that one.
It's just around this way. So the CS is an interesting monitor. Many photographers very happily shoot sRGB. They never go higher than sRGB. They have no need or requirement to shoot Adobe. If you look on the back of your camera, go in on a Canon or a Nikon and look at the color space and see, are you shooting sRGB or Adobe RGB? And if you're happy shooting sRGB, here's your opportunity to have a highly calibrated, color managed monitor that's in your color space. Adobe RGB, it's good if you understand why you need that extra space, but many wedding photographers, many social photographers, and lots of keen, I don't want to use the word amateur. I don't
it's
like
hobbyists
that,
though, isn't it? Semi-pros.
But even hobbyists, they're better than that.
Yeah.
But sRGB is perfectly good for them. And here's a monitor that's going to be RRP under £500.
Whoa.
It gets them the color edge quality, and they're going to be able to shoot their pictures and edit them on here
Wow.
with the uniformity they expect from our Eizo monitor, and the good quality entry-level monitor. The other thing with all the monitors that's changed with this new range is they all now have an HDMI interface.
Okay.
So many people who've worried about the connectors in the past, or what's DVI, what's DisplayPort, what's Thunderbolt, now with the lower resolutions it's a lot easier. You can just plug in HDMI and it will work perfectly. Makes life a lot easier for many people.
Very cool. So we're going to have a look at the big boy.
Oh yes, let's go and do that.
I said about the big boy, it's more like a big girl, isn't it? A present with it. Resolution is just amazing.
Well, let me tell you about the picture that's on here. So this was taken with a 40 megapixel Hasselblad and a 100mm lens on that. And as you can see here, we've only actually got a portion of the picture. This is running at 100%. This is the highest resolution monitor in the world. So it's 4,096 pixels along the horizontal and 2,160 on the vertical. We actually run it as 2 monitors, because most display cards can't display that, or there's a single space, so it's actually run as 2 monitors.
Wow.
Most of what you hear are 4K monitors are actually quad HD, so they're 4 HDMI pictures, and so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're a little bit wider than that, yeah? Designed for air traffic control in the sRGB space. We have customers in the UK using them. And the recommended retail price is a little bit over £16,000. But if somebody wants to have a look at one, then they have to give me a call.
You know what though, this gives you so much more real estate. So even though they might have been designed for the graphic controller,
Exactly. Yeah, I was enjoying
the air
it.
traffic controller, really with the real estate that you've got for retouches alone, this is freeing up having 2 monitors going, isn't it, as well, and they're working, not having to go from palette to palette and things.
It can be. The challenge is the sRGB workspace, so it depends where the destination is.
Going, yeah.
And if the destination fits in the sRGB workspace, then that's perfectly fine. We're very interested to hear from customers if they see graphic art applications for this and they need a larger workspace. The users fit into 2 groups. There's people in post-production who are very interested with the Red 4K cameras. There's a Canon 4K camera. So there's lots of 4K video out there. And that's being mostly done, from what I see, with advertising at the moment. And maybe there's a Hollywood production in the works. We've not been told about that. But there are certainly movies that have been scanned and are out there in 8 and 4K. So Samsara, which was a recently released movie, is out on 4K and is being shown on 4K projections. So if you have a chance, go and look at that. It's fabulous. But the other applications are gaming. So a lot of people are using it for large areas of gaming because it gives them an immersive experience. I'm interested to hear if photographers are interested in it, if designers are interested, people doing layouts for posters and things like that. Because as the prices start to mature a bit, we perhaps can develop this into another monitor. And we do like to hear from our customers what they need from the monitors, because they evolve based on the feedback that we get.
It was interesting because before we went live, we were looking at a monitor that was designed for the medical industry.
That's right,
one that
yes.
you were saying can be fully washed, because obviously in operating theatre.
It's used. I mean, that's Eizo's business is specialist.
Yeah.
So we're specialist in air traffic control, which is what this monitor was designed for. We're a specialist in medical monitors. There are whole operating theatres that are full of our monitors, where the doctors are able to see what's going on in the operation throughout by using a bank of large monitors. And we have 60-inch and 52-inch monitors, and then we've got a 47-inch HD monitor around there that, as you say, it's in an operating theatre. It has to be completely clean, so you have to be able to clean it. It has redundancy, and it makes an expensive monitor, but it runs 24/7 and keeps the theatres going. And then we also have specialist regular office monitors, so the FlexScan S range, which not many office monitors come with a 5-year warranty. We shipped into a major bank 35,000 monitors recently and had no failures.
Excellent.
And we're proud of that.
Vic, we could go on for a long time about colour and monitors.
Oh yes, we could.
Thanks, mate. Lovely to see you. Enjoy the show. Just take care of those feet and don't drink too much beer.